Welcome back to the final segment of Investing with Confidence. We've had a great time here talking about the do's, the don'ts, income strategies, and we just talked about wealth strategies, whether it's with a 401k or an IRA, and making smart investing decisions within those for these down markets. We're seeing some turmoil in the markets. Finally, an up week this week, but don't be too surprised if we see some more volatility in these markets, which is exactly what we want in trading and investing. We want volatility. We want to see nice big moves, 3% moves in a day. That's phenomenal as a trader or investor when you have a core strategy that's designed to teach you to make smart investing decisions with that volatility. And we talk about that and we go into detail what that is and introducing you to those techniques and concepts in these investing classes, local investing classes if you're in Atlanta, Georgia, Denver, Colorado, or Bloomington, Minnesota, and how to get started in the markets. Even if you're in the market and not actively doing it, how to take more action as we're talking about in that first segment. For these tickets, you can text right now. Text the word INVEST for 2 tickets to the number 484848. That's text INVEST to 484848. You're going to get a text back, so follow the thread. We'll be in communication with you via text to schedule the class for a date that works the best for you. We do these during the week. We also have these on the weekend. That's where a lot of people come to these classes, and in the evening. So you 9-to-5ers, yes, there still is an opportunity for you. And I was having a conversation with some family over the past week here, and we were talking about the financial markets, and everybody's like, oh, gosh, we're just losing a bunch of money in our 401ks. They're kind of like sad about it. And I was like, okay, well, what are you doing about it? Oh, nothing. I just hope it comes back. And I said, well, like we talked about in that first segment, take action in your accounts. Don't just let it disappear. And they also asked me, well, when is the right time to get in the market? And I said, well, now. But they said, but it's a down market. Well, there are opportunities in these down markets. So I want you to kind of break that down a little bit, because I'm sure you hear that a lot too, is when is the right time to get in the market? When do you get in the market? When do you get on the market? Can you break that down a little bit on your thoughts once you have a strategy that's designed to take advantage of all market conditions?
Yeah. And the right time to get in the market is when you're prepared to get into the market, when you have the knowledge of what is going to be in your best interest. What you'll find when you get the right education, you're going to find that a down market and a volatile market is a good market. It doesn't make any difference what direction the market is going. It doesn't make any difference whether we have a highly volatile market or a less volatile market. There are opportunities that you can take advantage of. And a good strategy and a good plan, and that's one of the things that we do with all of our students, is put together a plan specific to them. But that plan should have you prepared to take advantage of any market condition. You shouldn't have a situation arise where something happens in the market and you go, what do I do now? I don't know what to do. It's in your plan. And that's why it's so important to have a properly positioned plan for you. The time to get the education, to get started, is now. And one of the reasons is because of the power of compounding. Every dollar that you make now is going to be more valuable to you. Either it's going to buy more things for you now than it will in the future because of inflation, or that dollar can be invested in something that will grow. And that compounding means every dollar might end up being $1,000 or $10,000 down the road. So every day you delay, you're minimizing what the value of that can be. So it's really critical that you start somewhere, and you have to start with the right education. This is a process. You're not going to be able to read something or listen to this show and the next day you're going to be a master trader. Mm-hmm. Our goal is to get you to that. They do. They think it's, well, we'll just follow this one strategy, And
a guru on the University of YouTube, all that junk that's out there. Isn't that amazing?
Right. Yeah, and there are we want to do again is get you to that point where you're consistently profitable and you do this with confidence. And that means you have to know what you're doing. But even if you go through classes and you get the education, you get the knowledge, you have to then build the skills to know how to and when to use that knowledge. And then you also need to have access to somebody who is successful, who can guide you and support you in your trading and your investing. have a place to come where you can sit down with somebody face to face and say, hey, I'm having a problem. What do I do about this? Or contact somebody that can help you with, regardless of what the situation is. That's what Online Trading Academy really excels at, that with student support specialists, with instructors that maybe worked on the floor of one of the exchanges, maybe trading options or futures or ran a hedge fund. Those are the successful people that you want to be associated with.
Yep.
That can help not only teach you but give you support and guidance as you're going through this.
Yeah, that support really helps people bring longevity in the markets, because the market, it's not a get-rich-quick thing, which a lot of people believe. They just, I'm going to put a couple $100 or a few $1,000 in the market and hope it goes up, and I'm okay if I lose it. Well, that's kind of an attitude of the retail public, right? Change that mindset and trade and invest like a bank, not against them. And so, Al, we've been talking a lot about these investing classes that we do locally here in Denver, Colorado, Bloomington, Minnesota, and Atlanta, Georgia. And you teach a lot of these. So people are probably wondering, what are they going to get out of this class? What do you cover in this investing class? So our listeners can say, you know what, this might be the right spot to get educated.
Yeah, well, we go through a lot of things that we hope will make you feel more comfortable about making the decision, regardless of what that decision is. And for some people, they probably shouldn't do this, but the majority of the people out there have the opportunity to develop the skills, get the knowledge, develop the skills to be able to maybe make better choices with their finances. I mentioned in that first segment that your dollars don't invest themselves. Somebody has to make that decision for your dollars. And if it's you, then you want to be able to make the right decisions as often as possible. And one of the things that we talk about in these classes is what moves the market. Why does price move? Why does it go up? Why does it go down? Because that really is the most important thing. The two things that are key is being able to identify a turning point. In other words, when the price of something stops going down and turns and starts going up. And then how far is it going to go? Because that's your profit. Those turning points almost always happen when an institution makes a trade or institutions make a trade. So it's really important to be able to identify those. That's what our core strategy does, and we explain that in these classes. And then we also go over those assets we talked about, like the futures, Forex, options, a little bit about stock, maybe cryptocurrencies, and then really concentrate on the importance of risk management.
Yep. A couple of things that we're really looking for here at the Academy is we're really looking for people that are coachable. If you're, what we teach, it's not something you're going to find on the University of YouTube or in a book or anything. It's not old. It's not an old strategy. It's a current strategy in the financial markets, because markets continue to change. And as you were talking about with our core strategy, that is evolving with the market. So you got to be coachable or willing to learn. Another thing that you need, or a trait, is you got to have discipline.
Right.
Because you actually hold yourself accountable in the financial markets. So once you were willing to learn, you learned a strategy to make smart investing decisions, it's step by step. And you just have to follow that. So that's what our people that come to these investing classes really love, is it's a step-by-step strategy, so that way they're not guessing anymore. And the third thing that we're really looking for is people that are decisive. In the markets, you have to be decisive. Basically, when you have opportunity, you need to act. Right. And sometimes that's tough for some people, is acting, and when they have an opportunity, they want to think about it, or when their ducks get in a row. Well, tell you what, these investing opportunities that we've had over the last 12, 13 years, they're gone. Markets are changing. Now is the time to act and make those smart investing decisions, but you got to be decisive. So that's what we're looking for here at the Academy. And we have investing classes to get you started, to learn what do you need to be in the financial markets? What do you need to build consistency in the markets and do that with confidence? So Al teaches investing classes locally. I want to give away one last set of tickets to here in Denver, Bloomington, and also Atlanta. Text the word right now. So text the word INVEST to the number 484848. That's INVEST to the number 484848. When you get set up with this investing class, we do these during the week. We also have these on the weekend and in the evening. So pretty much anybody can attend. You're going to receive a financial quick start kit, and this kit will help you get started right away. Text the word INVEST to the number 484848. Now, we've had some phenomenal moves over the past, I guess, since 2022. Really, the market turned on the first of the year.
He did.
Now, will this continue to go down? I don't know. I don't have a crystal ball. But I tell you what, there are opportunities for our listeners to protect themselves in these markets. There are opportunities to take advantage of these markets, even if they go back up or if they go back down. But you have to learn how to do that, and you have to build the confidence to do that as well. And you help a lot of people with that mindset, and you always have some great tips and some words of wisdom. So today, let's hear that OTA tip of the week.
Yeah, a little bit different this time, Josh. Depending on when you're listening to this show, Monday, May 30th, either will be, is, or was Memorial Day. So on behalf of Josh and myself and everybody at the Online Trading Academy, we want to express our deep appreciation for the sacrifices our military and military families and our first responders have made defending our lives and our freedom. Their actions and their sacrifices must never be forgotten.
Yeah, you always have some great tips. That was actually some words of wisdom. We do appreciate all the things that they do, but we have a great time right now, a great opportunity to take advantage of the opportunities that are right in front of us. And we talk a lot about those 3 C's. It's consistency, confidence, to make better choices. So if you're building consistency in the financial markets, that will help your confidence, and it's all about making better choices. One last set of tickets for the investing class, local here in Denver, Bloomington, and Atlanta. Text the word INVEST to the number 484848. As always, same time, same place next week. Until then, retire young, my friends.